Hello everybody, let me know if you can hear me please. You can just go to the chat section and type in a Y. I'll know that you can hear me and you can see the screen. If you can do that for me, it will be appreciated. I apologize for being a little bit late. My computer shows it's 5 past. The other one shows it 7 minutes past. So I do apologize. I've been extremely busy sorting out a few things, and I've been talking with the programmers as we're getting additional benefits added to SORP. If you can hear me, please, you can just go to the chat section and type in a Y. I'll know that you can hear me and you can. Okay, I'm getting some Y's coming in, so sounds like you can hear me. So hello to everybody. Once again, I apologize for being a few minutes late. I also apologize because the link from sawwp.com/RMM was not updated to this week's webinar. So a lot of people may miss out. I hope not. But we will be posting the replay for this webinar in the back office. In fact, all three of these series will be there. So we've got a lot to cover. And what I want to do first of all is to just very quickly run through the last 2 weeks presentations. I've got to, let's get back up here. Okay, we can close that down now, and we're back at part 1. Okay, we talked about your attitude's got to be right. If your attitude's like a flat tire, if you don't change it, you'll never get to go anywhere. We talked about picking a niche, and these are some of the niches that you people taking part in the webinar came up with, and these are all very good, profitable niches. We talked about creating an offer, the types of offer that were there, and how to go about it, and how to make it stand out. This was very important. We talked about finding or creating a high ticket offer, because the vast majority of cash that is made by top earners online is made from high ticket sales, sales of a minimum of $1,000, but usually around about $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, $30,000. So this is something that you've got to be aware of and be prepared to get involved in. We talked about setting up affiliate plans and how they can be done through existing platforms, or whether you want to do your own platform. Talked about the amount of commissions you can give away and how to get decent click-throughs and the decent earnings per click. And we talked about lead capture pages and how to manage your subscribers and keep adding value. And then we got into part 2 just last week, and we talked about making sure your offer really over-delivered, under-promise, over-deliver. Okay, and over-deliver also on the high ticket offer. Even if you're using somebody else's because you've not created your own, make sure it is extremely good value, and then think about how you can make that even better. Become visible. Make sure that you're not one of these invisible men online. Be proud of what you're doing. Be proud of the value that you're giving to people, and get out in front of them and build relationships, offer advice, and generally make connections with people. Focus on getting into conversation with people. However you do that, there are lots and lots of ways. We discovered when we talked about various ways, and we talked about different things that you can do, and copywriting and webinars and this sort of thing. We said that the essence of your success was in testing, tracking and tweaking, and there are lots of things that you can tweak. And you start with your squeeze page. You can tweak your headlines, your subject lines, all sorts of things. And you tweak every aspect of your business, and you track what difference those changes make. And if they're derogatory changes, then you get rid of them. If they're advantageous changes, then you include them, and then you go on and on and on, improving things. We talked about traffic and the importance of getting real quality traffic. And we talked about cheap traffic. What is cheap traffic, and what is expensive traffic? We talked about making sure you listen to your customers. So make sure that you're providing services that they actually want and value to your customers. And that is where we left off last week. And that was just a very quick recap. If you've not seen parts 1 and 2, you will be able to get them from inside the members area, the free members area of sawwp.com. If you go into your back office there and you go into the training and webinars, these webinars will be posted in there within the next day or two. Okay, so we're on to 15, and I've managed to get all the numbers in place this time. And I think, I can't remember how many we've got. We've got slightly over 21. I think we may have 25, 24, 25. But it's all about building relationships. If you build solid relationships, you will have lasting success. I have some people on my mailing lists that have been on my mailing lists. Well, no, not since I started, because I had I've lost my mailing list on 2 occasions through various things, and but certainly they've been on my mailing list for 7, 8, certainly a minimum of 8 years. Some of the people. And so you've got to build relationships with your list, with your followers, with your joint venture partners, fellow marketers. Even if you're not entering into joint ventures, build relationships. There's somebody you can talk to, swap stories with, and exchange ideas. And importantly, your students, because all, without exception, all of the top earners online teach. So you've got to start teaching, and so build relationships with your students. Very, very important. It's one of the things I try and stress a lot. 16 is to be resourceful. Because if you want to achieve your dreams, other people aren't going to do it for you. If you talk to people that are making money, they've had these ideas and they've put them into practice, and then they've modified them and got them working better. They've had these little lights of inspiration. Now, we all get them, but many people just lack the confidence to follow through with them. But the successful people say, yeah, there's an idea. How can I use it? What can I do with it? How can I mold that to suit what I am looking for? You've got to put the responsibility where it belongs, and that's on your shoulders. So often people blame the sponsor, the system, the opportunity, the product, the internet, the postal service, the manufacturer, whatever they blame, it's not them that they're blaming. And you've got to realize that where you are, what you're achieving is down to you, nobody else. You may get help, you may get assistance, you may get people that you can bounce ideas off. You may even be paying a mentor like I do. You may you may be paying thousands and thousands of dollars out to your mentor, but your mentor cannot do it for you. They're there to guide you. They're there to try and stop you making bad mistakes. They're there to check on what you've got, so that you can go to them and say, look, I've got this, what do you think? And they can look at it and say, okay, let's test it and let's do this. What about that? How's this? You know, but they are not going to do it for you. I don't care what you're paying them. They will never do it for you. You've got to be resourceful, and you've got to learn to be resourceful. And the more you learn to be resourceful, the easier it becomes. Like anything else, your brain, you're using it to think of resources. It's just like exercising a muscle. The more you do it, the bigger it gets, and the easier it gets to use. So this, always blame the conductor. You've got to become a conductor. And once again, this is about taking responsibility on yourself. If something's not going right, it's your fault. It's nobody else's. There may have been things that have happened that were out of your control, but you have to adjust to them, and you have to make things right. You've got to direct operations. You will find it impossible to do everything yourself. And you will need to outsource some of the things that you do. Some of the things you won't have time for, some of the things you won't have the technical skill for. I mean, my technical knowledge is extremely limited. I can't write I don't even know what PHP stands for. I know it's some sort of programming code. I can't write HTML. I know that's code that makes things show up in your browser. I can't do any of those things. If I need those things done, I've got to find somebody that can do them. So you've got to outsource, and you've got to be very clear in explaining to the people that you are employing exactly what you want. And you've got to set high expectations from them. And when you're starting out looking for people, and this is an ongoing process, you've got to try 3 or 4 people, and you test them with little project here, little project there. And if it takes 10 people before you find a star that you can really work with and that you have full faith in, then that's what you've got to do. You've just got to keep, in the same way that you test and you tweak your offers and your landing pages and everything else, you've got to test and tweak the people that you're outsourcing with. You test them and you compare them to somebody else, and the one that's best, you make that your control, and you get another one, you test that one, and until you find somebody that is a real star you can communicate with easily and will produce what you want, no matter what it is that you're outsourcing, whether it's writing sales pages, writing copy, whether it's doing some of your menial tasks, whether it's doing your customer service, all sorts of things that you can outsource, because you won't have time for them all, you won't have the ability to do them all, and maybe you don't want to do them all. You don't want to spend that much time. So you've got to leverage this. You've got to become a conductor. And in doing that, you focus on your strengths. Success is achieved by developing our strengths. We all have strong points. Even the people that say, "Oh, I don't know anything. you know." There are some strengths you have. You've got to dig deep, find out what they are, and develop those strengths. And focus on what you can do, not on what you can't do. What you can't do, you get others to do. And that is what we call outsourcing. There was a story about, well, it's not a, yeah, I suppose it's a story, but it's true. Henry Ford was suing, I think it was a newspaper, for libel because they printed something to do with his inability to do certain tasks, and so was not a very bright guy and shouldn't be running a big empire like Ford, and so on and so forth. Anyway, he took them to task on this, and it got into court, and he was asked if he could do certain things, if he knew how to do X, and if he knew how to do Y, and if he knew how to do Z. And he said, no, I don't know how to do X, and I don't know how to do Y, and I don't know how to do Z. But what I do know how to do is find other people that can do those for me, and I pay them to do it, and I check the results, and that's what I can do. I don't need to learn how an engine works. I don't need to learn how this works or that works, because I can employ people to do that for me. Okay? Outsourcing, very important. Focus on your strengths and make your strength being a conductor. And if there are some parts and aspects of your business that you really enjoy, develop those yourself and become really, instead of just being good at them, become great at them. And that is the way forward. And recruit affiliates. Okay, you've got to reel them in. You've got to ignore rejection. Some people, you'll approach some people and say, how about promoting this, and a lot of people will say no. It's like anything in sales. Recruiting affiliates is another aspect of sales. You sell the idea to the affiliate of selling your product. Okay? If you can't sell them that idea, okay, move on to somebody else until you can sell that person your idea. Because there are always people out there that will buy. You've got to ignore the rejection, and you've got to be bold, and you've just got to get on with things. Build your relationships with those people and let them know how you can help them achieve what they want to achieve through being your affiliate. Having said that, don't oversell. If you've got a product and it's converting and you're getting earnings per click of 80 cents, tell them it's only 80 cents at the moment, but I'm working on getting that up to over $1. So don't say, oh, because I've just told you that most good affiliates want at least $1 earnings per click, that you've got to have that before you can start recruiting affiliates. Get in with them and work with them and say, we'll work with you. We'll get those results up. Be real and be helpful. And there are two kinds of affiliate recruitment. There's the active, where you reach out to them, and I suggest that certainly when you're starting, that will be what you are doing more often than not. If you want to get involved in the passive, where they find you, then you put your offer up on something like JVZoo or ClickBank. ClickBank's probably the easiest for people that are just starting. But they're both relatively user-friendly platforms, and they've both got thousands of affiliates. And then you've got to try and find a way of driving affiliates to the offer that you've got up on those for affiliates. So it may be a mixture of both. Some will find you passively. Once you start getting affiliates and they start making some money with you, then you've got some proof, some social proof, which is very important. I think I'm coming on to that later. And you can use that to increase your affiliate base. But above all, focus on your offer. Focus on your offer. Add more to it. Get it where you think it's the best offer in the world. Put it down, leave it for a day, come back, pick it up and say, what can I add to this to really take it over the top? You've got to stretch yourself, stretch your mind, stretch your imagination. Think about what you can do to just make that offer the best offer that there is online in your particular niche. make it something that is totally amazing, something that people have to be crazy to reject. 21, get mentoring or consulting. It comes in various costs, but try and find out as much as you can about your mentor before you start paying them. And don't necessarily go for the cheapest, don't necessarily go for the most expensive, but understand that the price you pay once you've found a good mentor, it's going to come back to you many, many times over. If they do nothing else, they'll make you believe that you can achieve what you're setting out to do. Believe that there is a path to your goals. Believe that you can create this product, and they'll help you. They'll come up with ideas with you. They won't do it for you, but they'll be there. So pick one that you can relate to. Find the best you can in your particular niche, because it will save you time and energy. It'll help you avoid costly mistakes. And I think almost all of the people that I know making the really big money have used a mentor. There's only one that I can think of that I don't believe has actually had a specific mentor, although they've worked a lot on personal development through books and videos and audios and this sort of thing. I don't believe they've ever this person actually ever took somebody on as a mentor. But I mean, if your top tennis players, your top soccer players, and your top basketball players and or baseball players or whatever they are, they all have coaches. They may be the top of their profession, the best that they are. They may be number one in the world, but they've got a coach, sometimes two or three, for different aspects, to help them, to mentor them, to make sure that they are always producing the best that they can produce. It is important, and it is a shortcut for you to success. And then you've got to take massive action with whatever you do. Tony Robbins, the path to success is to take massive, determined action. And I don't know anyone that is in the top income brackets that doesn't take massive action. It doesn't mean that they're working 24 hours a day, although they are often thinking about what they're doing every waking hour. Even if they're out enjoying themselves, there are little flashes of inspiration going off in their minds all the time. But it doesn't mean that they are glued to the computer or the office or whatever all day, every day. What it means is they are making sure that there is activity, massive activity going on in their business, whether it's through placing ads, outsourcing, copywriting, outsourcing other things, whatever it may be. There's got to be this excitement, this action, and this desire to get things done as fast as possible. Setting targets for getting something implemented is a good way, because as it gets nearer, you think, oh, I'm not going to get there. I've got to take this action. I've got to do this to make sure I get this out on time. And you know, money is attracted by speed. If you're growing fast, your money is pouring in. You start to slow down on the growth, and you'll see your money is slowing down almost ahead of you, and in greater proportion. You speed up again, and the money will start passing you. Money is attracted by speed and activity. So take massive action, determined action. And if we put it all in a nutshell, just sell. Right down at the bottom there, I've got be a salesman. You know, Before I started my own businesses back in early 1970s, I was a top salesman with Rank Xerox, and all the salesmen there had their business cards, and all the salesmen on their business cards had under their name marketing consultant or office equipment consultant or this type of thing. And when they were doing my cards, they said, "What do you want on your cards?" And I said, "I want salesman. I want people to know I'm a salesman. They then know where they stand with me. What am I there for? I'm there to make a sale. Okay. Let people know that you are a salesman. Be a salesman. Spend 90% of your time on selling or promoting. You know, marketing is just a fancy word for selling. If you've no sales, you've no business." I see so many people that spend so much time, they want things to be perfect. They spend so much time learning and dabbling here and there. They'll do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. They'll be looking for the next magic bullet, the next shiny object. They want to learn. They join an opportunity, and they want to understand the marketing plan in its finest, most minute detail. You know, if you're in an opportunity, all you want to know is, can somebody make the money that I want to make with this marketing plan? It doesn't matter how it works. It doesn't matter what the intricacies are. Can you do what you want to do with that marketing plan? That's all you need to know. If the answer to that is yes, then get out there and start selling. That's it. You don't need to know what the percentage is and how many people go there and whether it should be in this group or that group. Or just get out there and do it. I've seen people join opportunities. I've been in home businesses for 40 years, probably. Getting on for that. No, a bit short of that. But many people get in there, and they're in there for 3 to 6 months and they've never sold anything because they've been studying how the pay plan works, what the product does, how it works, how it's made, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All you need to know about the product is, what will it do for my client? Okay, if it's a slimming product, will it make somebody help somebody lose weight? If the answer is no, okay, get out of the opportunity. If the answer is yes, okay, you can go to people and say, "Are you having trouble slimming?" Bang, I've got the answer for you. This helps people. Okay, you need to know what the benefits are to your clients. If you're in if you're in the online business marketplace, what do people want there? What are people in online business marketing, what are they in there for? They're there to make money. Okay, if you have a product that can help them make money, all you need to know is who it will help, so that you can get the pigeonholing right. Somebody that is looking for this aspect of their business. They don't know how to construct emails. If you've got a course that shows them how to construct emails, that can help them. Okay, you don't need to know all the ins and outs. All you need to know is, how will it benefit my client? Okay, and you need to know what your client wants to find that out. Once you've found out what your client wants, you look at your product and say, how will this benefit my client? And you put them together and you make a sale. Okay, making sales is the only way that you're going to make money. So don't shy away from it, and don't spend 90% of your time learning and dabbling and 10% having a half-hearted attempt at selling. Spend 90% of your time selling or promoting. Income producing activity. You can get others to promote for you. That's your affiliates and friends, referrals from satisfied customers, all sorts of ways. Getting traffic, targeted traffic. What will your product do for people? Okay, where are those people? Find those people, direct them to your offer. Send emails to your list, helpful, valuable emails, and thrown in amongst them, there are opportunities for them to buy things that will help them, whatever list it's about. If it's a list about gout, you can be sending eating tips and health tips and all sorts of things, and you might say, you want to be at least sort of 3 to 1, 3 value with no sales, and then a value with a sales. You can go 4 to 1, but you've got to have the sales in there. So you might have sent 3 tips out to people suffering from gout, and then you might find a folding walking stick that is really great and has helped somebody else on your list. So you can send out information about that and get your affiliate commissions on the walking stick or whatever it may be. You've got to be posting on Facebook and Twitter, getting into conversations where you get the chance to sell. You've got to sell everywhere you go, because that's what you are. If you're in business, you are a salesman. Okay? Record audios and videos and do webinars. And don't think that, it's all this fancy marketing. Marketing, as I said, is just a fancy word for selling. So be a salesman and be proud of being a salesman, because a salesman is somebody that finds out what somebody needs, finds out where they can get it, and he puts the two together. And that's what a salesman is. So don't just sit there, sell something. And find your best way to sell. You don't have to be the sleazy second car salesman or the portrayed guy that knocks on the door and sticks his foot in and says, you've got to try this vacuum cleaner, and then tips a load of ashes on the carpet so that they've got to let you in so that you can clean it up. And you don't need all that. As I say, you've got to be helpful and provide value. You can do it directly or indirectly. A good example of sort of indirect sales is if you go and see your accountant and they're going through things, and they go through all your accounts and they're doing your tax return. They say, you could reduce your taxation by taking out this insurance policy or by doing this, and it's indirect, but it's making a sale. They might be introducing you to a solicitor to get your will sorted out and get in a bit of a handback. It's indirect, it's helpful. It's not sort of direct selling. Direct selling is what I like. I like to actually find out exactly what people need, and then I like to test myself on finding out how I can find something that will help them. And then I can go back to them and say, look, I found something that will help you. And it may or it may not be for you. Okay, take the pressure off them. It may or may not be for you, but I think that this suits your situation and solves your problem. Okay? It's all about doing things. So many people spend the time in this learning and buying stuff and setting out the stall and looking for the right time and the right opportunity and trying to make everything perfect. It's never going to be there. It's never going to be perfect. So ignore all this here get involved and sell. And while you're selling, you'll say, okay, this would be better in my product. So find a way of including it. You'll get feedback from people, about things. Oh, this was great. This wasn't so good. So you can boost the good thing and find a way of putting the thing that's not so good right. Once you are actually involved in selling. Don't worry about the small things like how the compensation plan works. It's all just red herrings. It doesn't matter. Get out there and sell, but find the way that suits you best. William Burke, forget words like hard sell and soft sell. That'll only confuse you. Just be sure your advertising is saying something with substance, something that will inform and serve the customer, and be sure you're saying it like it's never been said before. Okay? That is selling. Okay, 25, and I think this is the end. We're getting there. But don't be offended by sales or salespeople or people that are trying to sell you things. Embrace them, because if you are offended when somebody tries to sell you something, how are you going to be when you're approaching other people? Embrace them, welcome those that are selling to you, and see what they're doing, and look at how they're going about things rather than what they're selling. If there's something that they're selling that you think, oh, well, I'm not really interested in that, let them carry on and find out how they're going about things and how they answer your questions and how they extract information from you. And you'll see the good and the bad and the ugly. One thing I like to do, I like to look at headlines on people's text ads particularly. One place to do that is, and I know that a lot of people, it's a popular program. I don't know why it's so popular. It used to be very good for advertising. It's not that good now. And it's certainly not much good from any other aspect that I can see. But anyway, it's My Advertising Pays maps. And but what I do like to research things. I like to see what people are selling. I like to see the squeeze pages they're using. I like to see the landing pages that they're using. And quite often I'll just flick through a lot of adverts if I can to see if I can see some headlines. And you'll see, in a page, I'm not sure how many they've got. They've got about 3 by 4, probably a dozen adverts on every page. And you'll probably go through 10 pages before you'll see a decent headline. People just don't know what they're doing. But when you do find one that's good, make a note of it. Say, yeah, that's a good headline. Write it down and keep them and store them. So welcome those that are selling, however they're selling, whether it's through videos, through advertising, face-to-face, whatever it is, learn from them. And when you're selling, come from a point of abundance, not need, because people will sense if you are needy, if you are really desperate to make the sale, they'll see that and you lose control. It hands control to them because you want their money more than they want your product. But if you're coming from a point of abundance where you say, look, I don't care about your money. I have this and you need it. And if you want it, you're going to have to pay me for it. Okay? That you've got to have that assurance. You've got to have that abundance. You've got to cultivate that abundance. And it all becomes a slam dunk and you'll start to love selling. Okay. And that's all, folks, he said. But I do have more and we have time if you want more. There's a picture of Oliver. Please, sir, I want some more. More? Okay, I have more if this is useful for you. If it's not, we can stop it and I can get into questions and answers or whatever you want to do. But if this is useful to you, then let me know. Just type more in the chat section or no more, and then we'll see. I've got some questions here. Let's see. I've got somebody called Aaron there, who I want to ask only question that system, how long run? I started this program in development almost 2 years ago, Aaron. We actually went into pre-launch probably 18 months ago, and we actually started on the paid version of the program something over, what, about 15 months ago, probably, something like that. I am developing this program for the long term. It is being set up as an LLC, so it will continue whether I do or not. It is going to be developed and more added to the program as time goes by. We are constantly making changes, adding things. It is a long-term program. Because I assume you're talking about Simple Fast Cash, which is the commission structure in sawwp.com. If it's not, then I apologize. Well, that's what I can answer that. Okay. Can anyone tell me how many members will be in level 5 to achieving 3570 per month? Level 5 commissions, if you've got a commission from people that are in level 5, you are making $155 a month. So all you've got to do is divide 155 into 3570, and that will give you your answer there. Got a couple of people saying they would like more information. So we will continue with more information. Okay, I hope I've answered your questions, Aaron. Let's proceed. Let's see what we've got for you. Okay, let's summarize on what we've been through. You must have a compelling, irresistible offer. I've seen and I've coached and mentored people who have spent hours a day for years in front of their computer. They've been online for 5 years. They've spent thousands of dollars on training, products, software. They've been all over the world attending workshops and courses, and it's cost them literally thousands of dollars, okay? Tens of thousands of dollars, and in some cases, hundreds of thousands of dollars. And you know what? They're not making any money. Why aren't they making any money? Because they never created a compelling, irresistible offer. If they'd taken a week of their time and put all their energy into that week, into creating an irresistible and compelling offer, they would be raking the money in now. Okay, this is getting back to taking action that is income producing, instead of thinking that by absorbing all this, attending all the seminars, I mean, they're going to help you. I'm not knocking seminars and training and everything else. What I'm saying is it all counts for nothing if you don't have a compelling, irresistible offer. Okay? And you've got to learn to do that so that you stand out from the crowd. Your offer has to be something that that should be other people or all people, one people. Don't know what I was writing there. Let's change that. Your offer, I know, it should be one, I think I was going to put. Your offer, let's change that. Be one people will be happy to pay money for. Okay. And so it has to be of benefit to them. It's got to be of service. It can be a promise, a solution, a cure. It's got to meet some big desire that they have. Okay. And then you've got to make it unique and special. You've got to find a way to do it, even if you are selling something that is being sold by thousands of other people. You've got to find a way of presenting that in a different way to make you stand out, be able to pre-sell whatever it is. But this is particularly important if you're doing something like a ClickBank product. A lot of people go to ClickBank and they click on and they look at what's got a high, I can't remember the term they use for it, gravity, I think it is, which is a sort of mixture of how well it converts and how much it pays and everything else. So they look for that. And then they say, yeah, I want to promote that. And they get the link and promote it. And they send people to that page. And there are thousands of other affiliates doing exactly the same. And most of them are not making very much out of it, because you might send 1,000 people to a page like that. And you'll be lucky if you get 0.5% converting to a sale. So what's that? That's 5 sales for 1,000 visitors. Not very profitable. Okay. And you don't know why it's not working. It's not working because it's not unique and it's not special. You've got to build that product into your offer. And it's got to offer a solution to their problem. And you've got to say, look, this is your problem. You twist the knife, if you like. You've got this problem. Yeah, it's a big problem. A lot of people have that. It hurts, doesn't it? But I've got a solution for you. I've got a cure. Okay? You've got to find a way of putting that into your offer, whether it's an affiliate offer like you would get on ClickBank or JVZoo or Commission Junction or whatever, whether it's an opportunity like Empower Network or My Lead System Pro or any of the stuff that's out there, Wake Up Now, whatever it is, you've got to find your hook. Okay, it's called a hook. They use that term in music as well. It's something that's very catchy, that attracts people's attention, that they have to keep coming back for. And you have your hook when you're marketing. It's got to be your hook in the offer. It's got to be the thing. It's got to be the bait that attracts people to you rather than one of the thousands of other people. I put in the Domino's Pizza example. I put that in just to remind me. I'm pretty sure that most of you will have heard of Domino's Pizza. They went from doing virtually nothing to doing massive business because they found a hook. And it wasn't the fact that their pizzas were better or tastier or anything like that. There are lots of people probably that have better pizzas than Domino's. It wasn't the variety they had. It wasn't the fact that they offered home delivery, because there were a lot doing that. What they did, they said, place your order, we'll deliver in 30 minutes or it's free. Okay. That was what made their offer stand out. That was what made their business go from struggling to a massive multi-million-dollar empire. Very simple. We deliver in 30 minutes or it's free. You've got to find your hook. When you've found your hook, you will go from zero to multi-thousand-dollars, if not multi-million-dollars. I hear people telling me that they're not an expert. Look, there are various answers to this, but if you're not an expert and you need to do something, find somebody that is an expert. Do what Henry Ford did. He wasn't an expert in lots of things, but what he got good at was finding somebody that was. And never forget that people don't know what you don't know. And that's the purpose of this little thing below. Expert or not an expert. Spot the difference? You know, there isn't one. People don't know whether you're an expert or not. And I can assure you that if people are coming to you to answer a question because for any reason, if you got into contact with them and they say, no, I'm not making as much as I'd like to make. Have you got any ideas? You don't say, no, I've got no idea at all. You say, oh, yeah, I've got lots of ideas. We can run through some of them. Tell me what you've done so far. Once you start seeing what they are doing, it's very much easier looking from the outside and saying, oh, yeah, I can see where that's not going right. I can see where that's not going right. And if you offer them one tiny little bit of information, all of a sudden you've become an expert in their eyes. And you can say, you know, I've got something that will solve this problem for you a lot easier than all this, though. Okay. And it's this. Once again, you've found out what their need is. You've found a way of matching your product to it. Bang. Sale. And do you need to be an expert anyway? You don't really. I mean, if you are teaching people how to repair computers, well, yeah, you need to know, you need to be an expert in repairing computers. You need to know how to do it. But if you are selling a software or a system or something, you don't need to know about that. All you need to know is what that system does. You don't need to be an expert in it. All you need to know is, yeah, this system does that. These are the benefits to you because these are your needs. This is what's hurting you. This is what will ease your pain. Okay? So you don't necessarily need to be an expert. But let me tell you this as well. You can become an expert in anything that you choose to become an expert in simply by focusing upon it. So if you want to be an expert, nothing can stop you. Build followers, not subscribers. Talked about this before. Be visible and real and be a leader. Okay, get people to know, like, and trust you. Because once they know, like, and trust you, they will follow you and they'll follow you anywhere. And there are people that don't use this unscrupulously. There are people out there that, in particular, they often run, what do they call these things? List building groups or whatever they are. No, not list building groups. Team builders, that's what they call them. Team building. And they entice people to join their team building group. And then they tell them that everything will be done for them. And they get a lot of people in there and they say, okay, now is the time you enter this opportunity. And everybody joins and they pay their $5, $25, $50, $500, whatever it may be. And the guy at the top makes a killing. And he says, look, I found out that that isn't really the best thing, but we're building this great group that you're a part of. And I know it cost you 50 for that last one, and you perhaps only made 30 back, but I did really well out of it. No, he doesn't tell you that. He says, but this one here is really going to blow the socks off, and he moves everybody into the next one. So don't be like that. Don't get people switching. You know, it's like a bait and switch thing, and that's what most of these team building systems are. They're a bait and switch. They say, okay, you join our team, it's great, everything's done for you, and then you get involved in this opportunity, and you're going to make a fortune. And you don't want to be doing that. Okay. So build your followers. The key to conversions, coming back to things that we've been over, but we are virtually summarizing a lot of things here. Test, track, and tweak. TTT. Okay. But let me ask you, I mean, do you have a sales letter right now? If not, why not? Create one. I don't care how good it is. I don't care how bad it is. Create one. Get it out there. Test it, track it, and tweak it. Okay. Do you have a squeeze page lead capture system? If no, why not? Get out there, create it. Do it. Don't care how good it is. Don't care if you send 100 clicks to it and you get only one opt-in, 1%. That's really bad. Okay. What's wrong with your squeeze page? Test it, track it, tweak it until you can get 35, 40, 50% opting in. Okay. Always be looking for a way to improve what you're doing. And you can also find something that does convert already. An affiliate offer, really you want to be looking at something here in the high ticket, because we've talked about that before. High ticket items, they do very well. Not everybody will buy them, but you don't need everybody to buy them. If you're making 2, 3, 4, 5,000 in commissions on a sale, you know, you only need one sale a month and you're making, you know, $5,000 a month. You don't need everybody to buy them if they're high ticket items. So look for something that is already converting. Coaching and mentoring are good. They convert really well. And offer it, but build your own system around it. And go for cash flow. Just get something to sell and sell it. Don't matter what it is. Don't matter whether it's a business opportunity, a ClickBank item, a CPA offer. Get something to sell. Build your offer around it and sell it. 90% of the time selling, 10% learning. And get some social proof. Once you've made a sale, you only need to make one sale. Follow up. Say, glad you bought this. How's it doing for you? Can I help you with it? Is there anything you didn't understand? Can I help you get better value from it? Okay. And once you've done all that, get a recommendation from them. Get them to say why they like it, what's been good, whether it's your interest in them, whether it's the product itself, whether it's what it does, whether it's how easy it is, it doesn't matter. Get a recommendation from them. And then you can do some social proof selling. If you're personally involved in something, you can do social proof selling. Let's suppose that you were one of my clients in my VIP program that sells for 5,000. Okay. I'm just using this. I'm not trying to sell this. In fact, I've closed it down at the moment. I'm not taking any more on at present. But let's suppose you were in there and you paid your 5,000, and you can then go out and post on Facebook something like, you should check out Graham Frame's VIP program. It's a little expensive, but it pays for itself fast. I'm in it and I love it. It's the best move I ever made. Okay. So anything that you're involved in, write your own testimonial about it. Tell people what it's doing for you, why you like it. It doesn't need to be an essay, you know, put it into a little snippet like this. And then, you know, just say, check it out here. Okay. Social proof. There's no reason why everybody can't be doing some sort of social proof selling. with Facebook, Google Plus, and Twitter, and all the social media stuff that's out there, there is no reason to shy away from social proof. Anything that you're involved in, write your own little testimonial about it and say, look, I'm involved in this, and tell them what it is, what it's doing for you, and why it's great and how much you're enjoying it, and just check it out. Okay, you're not asking them to do anything except look at what you're doing. Simple. Back to coming from abundance. Remember that you've got the cheese. You know, mice will chew through a brick wall to get at the cheese, and people will give you money to get at the cheese. So what's the cheese? It's the solution. It's the cure. You know, you find a solution to their problem, the cure for their pain, and they will do whatever it takes to get it from you. Okay? Don't let them have the power because they've got the money that you want. You have the cheese. It's the solution to their problem. It's the cure for their pain. People will give you money to get at the cheese. Okay? You've got it. They want it. They need it. Always be you. Talk about you. Talk about your problems, what you've had, and how you've solved them. Don't change yourself so people will like you. If you be yourself, then the right people will love the real you. Be yourself, because an original is always worth more than a copy. Okay? You can't be me and I can't be you. So don't try and be me, and I'm not going to try and be you. I can't be Vic Stracehouse. I can't be Mike Filsheim. I can't be Bob Proctor. I can't be those people because they are not me. I am me. Okay? And I am all I have to offer. So you be the same. Be yourself. Be visible. And take a leap of faith. To experience bigger things, you must take bigger actions. You know, nothing is going to happen until you make that leap. And don't worry about this gap in the middle here. Just make the leap, get to the other side. Okay? Too many people worry about this. You've got to have faith. Nothing happens until you make that leap. If you've got a vision or an idea, you don't have all the details and you don't have all the facts and all the I's aren't dotted and all the T's aren't crossed, and you're not sure what could or might happen. You have to have faith in yourself and take the action anyway. You've got to do it. You know, the biggest breakthroughs in income or success have come to me when I've taken that leap of faith. And the same applies to everybody else that I know that is doing well. They've done something. They've gone out. They said, okay, let's do it. Okay? You've got to take risks to get results. And often the bigger the risks, the better, the greater the results. Not always going to work first time. But if you've got your focus there and you test and you track and you tweak, you'll get it to work. Too many people look at what may go wrong. Oh, if I join this and I don't make 10 sales, then I'll be losing this amount of money, and then I'll move on to something else and I'll be in the same position again. I've been there before. Okay. You can't look at what may go wrong. You've got to look at what will happen when it goes right. You've got to be positive. And then you've got to make it happen. It's not down to anybody else. It's down to you to make it happen. And when things don't go as well as you wanted, test, track, and tweak, and make it happen. The most common way people give up their power is by thinking they don't have any. That was written by Alice Walker. I don't know who Alice Walker is. Maybe some of you do. But anyway, I found that and I thought, it's very true. People do give away their power. But what you've got to do is you've got to be empowered. You've got to build that power within yourself. You've not got to talk about lack of money. Talk about making money and where you're heading. Don't talk about where you've been or what you've failed at or what you've not been. Or you're not going backwards. You're not going in that direction. So stop looking there. You're going forwards. Focus on where you're going to. Don't talk about a lack of time. Everybody's got the same 24 hours in a day. Reschedule your time and spend more of it selling. Focus on the things that you can do, not on the things you can't do. They don't matter. What you can't do, you get somebody else to do. Focus on what you can do. Very important to surround yourself with people who are going to support you, people who will help you up, not bring you down. Far too many people out there who will tell you you can't, because they can't, because they've got that bad attitude. They're not empowered. Look for the people who'll tell you you can. You'll find that those people are successful people. The people that tell you you can't are the people that aren't successful. They're struggling. You know, I almost always am making 10 or 20 or 30 times more than people that I coach and mentor. And I get people that come to me, and this has happened for over the years, and they ask me, what should I do? And I tell them what they should do. And then you know what they do? They go home and they talk to the next door neighbor who's in exactly the same position as them. He's not making any money either. He's struggling to pay his bills. And he says, oh, I don't know, it's all right for him, you know, but I don't think that'll work for you. I've heard lots of horror stories about this sort of thing, you know. So they say, oh, well, okay. Maybe he wasn't the right person to ask. I'll go and ask the bank manager. So they go and ask the bank manager. What's the bank manager? He's a glorified clerk. He's not very glorified nowadays. He doesn't make any decisions. All he does is put things in a computer. He manages the staff, make sure they turn up on time, and make sure the cleaning's done and this sort of thing. If he was somebody that had financial acumen and made a great deal of money, he wouldn't be that bank manager. He wouldn't be there. You know, why go to people that can't help you? If you've got a bad back or something, you go to the doctor. You don't go to the grocer and say, oh, I've got a bad back. Have you got anything for it? If you want to make money, go to somebody who's making money. Don't go to people that are in the same struggling position that you are, or might be earning a little bit more, but they're still struggling anyway, because the difference between earning whatever it is, $3,000 and $5,000, just means that the person earning $5,000 spends $2,000 a month more than you do. He hasn't got any more for it, really. He might have a slightly bigger home or a slightly bigger car or something, I don't know. But he's still struggling. So be inspired to grow yourself. Follow the people that can get you there. Become more to have more. So know where you're going to get the best help. There's roughly four sort of categories of online marketer. There's the newbie. This is somebody that's not making any money at all, or very little. They might make $100 here and there. Okay. There's the intermediate guy. This guy knows a lot. He knows what a PPC is, and he knows what EPCs are and CPAs are, and he makes money now and again, might make $1,000 one month, and might make a couple of thousand another month, and might make nothing another month. And that's the sort of intermediate marketer. There's the advanced marketer. This is the guy that is consistent. He makes good money, mid six figures usually, and he's got high levels of productivity and activity. He takes action, massive action. He gets massive results. And then there's the super advanced. That's the top 0.5% online. It's just 0.5% of all the online marketers, and that 0.5% make 95% of all the money that is out there online. So first of all, you've got to know where you are. I know where I am. I'm sort of in the advanced level, but I've got to get to super advanced to reach my goals of generating $2 million a month for charity. So I've got to move up there. Now, it's no good me going to Mr. Intermediate for advice and help on how to get from my level up to super advanced level. Wouldn't make any sense, would it? And yet, you get a newbie or an intermediate person, and I give them advice, and what do? They go and talk to the plumber about whether this is what's right or not, and that don't make any sense either. I've got to go to somebody up here in the super advanced level to help me get there. And it's going to cost me a lot of money, and it does. And it will get me there, and it will get me there in 5 years, and I will be generating that income for charities. You've got to know where you are so that you know where to go to get the help you need. And don't ever go down for help. This guy, why would he go here for help? Why would this guy go here for help? You've got to go up. Go up, up, up. Go to somebody that can help you get where you want to go. I've got questions and answers, but I'm going to come back to those in a minute. I don't know whether we've got any questions come in so far. Let me just have a look at the chat section. We've got Aaron there saying Mr. and he's not saying anything really. I don't know whether is he still here? No, he's gone. Okay, hope I answered his questions. Any questions you've got, get them ready for me, because I've got something here I want to show you. And this is a structure of 7- and 8-figure earners. And these people have got together, and I'm not amongst them. These people have got together to build a business in something that's been around for about 11 years. I actually first heard about it in February of this year, I think, even though it'd been around for 11 years. And I took a look at it, and I've been looking at it on and off ever since. But this team has got together, and they're doing something that's quite unique. And they are they've not only set this structure up with people that are specialists in different areas to run this as a sort of business within the business. They're not just there to coach and help and mentor, although they do that. They are there, and they are generating traffic for everybody in the group. They are making it so that through use of rotation, everybody that joins their group can succeed. Now, you don't get this traffic for free, but you don't have to pay for it in cash. You have to do tasks, and these are simple tasks that they teach you to do that will help you in your own business, even if you want to concentrate on that as well. There are things like producing a little 1-minute video and then they will take that video and they will promote it and use it to get backlinks and SEO stuff and to get leads in. And you, for every task that you complete, you will earn credits, and those credits will be applied to you in the rotation for the people that come into the business. So it works pretty evenly for everybody. It's a very communist approach, I suppose, where it's like a colony of ants where everybody works for the benefit of everybody else. Ants, bees, termites, whatever. This is set up in the same way. Yes, there are experts in there that are administering certain parts of the requirements to generate the leads and make everything work. There are technical experts, there are traffic experts, there are programming experts, all the rest of it. These are all, as I say, 7- and 8-figure earners. So they're not only helping you, teaching you and mentoring you, but they're working for you in the same way that you are working for them in doing these tasks. It's quite amazing, and I hate to get diverted from what I'm doing. I like to focus completely on what I'm doing, and if I join something, like for example, I joined Maps when it first came out. I never promoted it. I joined it to advertise, and it worked very well for advertising when it first came out. I joined it for the advertising. I have joined various things that help me promote the things that I am already promoting. This is an exception. It's something, as I say, I've been looking at for a long time and putting off and finding reasons and excuses not to get involved. But it's come to the point where I feel I have to get involved in it because it offers such a great opportunity for everybody and people that are my subscribers, my clients, all sorts of people. You can check it out. Those are links there. Let me post those in, make them clickable. Copy. Let me post them up here as a sticky. Okay, they're there as a sticky, and oh, they're not clickable. I don't know why. Anyway, you can copy and paste them from the chat section there now. Those are links. The first one, the company is Doubly. You may well have heard of it. You may even be involved in it. Okay. If you are, fine. I hope you do well, and I hope you're involved in it with this team, because this team is going to make a lot of money for a lot of people. The time to get involved is now, because this team is just getting off the ground. It's pretty new. The whole idea is quite new. 2 years' time, you'll still be able to make money, but you won't be able to make as much as easily. Okay. This is an opportunity that is something that I found eventually I couldn't ignore and I couldn't put off any longer. So it's in there. Those links are in the chat section. Check it out. If you like it, fine. If you don't like it, that's fine too. Now I also have, I think we've got another link somewhere. Have we got this completed? Let me just see. I was yeah, here we go. I think this all should be working, but I was up to the to the last minute. Let me just get the link for you. That's why I was 5 minutes late. I wanted to get this out there for you if I could. And there is a page that I've put up which explains more about it than I will be. Okay, here we go. It's there. I think you should look at it. Let me paste this and post it. And that's a clickable link anyway. That's a clickable link. If you go and check that out, there are a couple of videos on the page. I think one opens up after the one finishes. If it's not working, you'll have to get onto support or something. As I say, I put it together very, very quickly before this program because it's something I wanted to add in. I decided to join, I don't know, yesterday or the day before, and I've not started promoting it yet because I've been working with the programmers on the SOAP program anyway. But it's there. I do have some vouchers which I can give you, which will pay you into parts of the program if you want, if you join, and if you register and then you want to get involved. If you want to get involved in the business side of it, the cost starts at about $500 or $600. Okay. I think you should be looking at getting in at a level of about $2,500, not because it's going to make me money. It doesn't matter to me, really. I'll be honest with you, whether you do get involved at all or not, I'm going to make money with it anyway. The reason is because it'll help you make more money. And if you watch the video, you'll see exactly why. Because of the rotator. There are 3 rotators that are going on, and 2 of them have the potential to make you millions of dollars, literally millions of dollars. Anyway, that's it. Let's go back to the questions and answers. Have you got any questions and answers? Have we got anybody still here? Yeah, we have people still here. Okay. I'm going to give you another 2 to 3 minutes. If there are no questions, nothing that is there to answer, then oh, by the way, if you do join, you want to use the vouchers I've got. They're for the customer portal. The 2 portals, there's one that's like just for customers and it saves people money on their utilities, anything that they're going to buy. Basically, you can purchase online and you get cash back on it. You pay exactly the same as you would have paid from exactly the same place you would have bought it, and you get money back. You go. Let's suppose you wanted to buy a TV from Best Buy, say. So you go online and you look at Best Buy and you see they've got the TV you want and they've got it on special offer for $1,000. So you buy it from Best Buy. And what happens is, as a consumer in the program, you earn a percentage back. And I think that varies depending. There are 3 levels of consumers. There's the free level, plus level or something, and VIP level. And the VIP level is $100 a year or something like that. And at the top level, you get around about 10% back, and at the bottom level, it depends on the offer and the people. So that is that is the consumer level. The business aspect, you make percentages of everybody that you've introduced, and it just makes a lot of money. Charities can get involved for free, and they can then, if they make, let's suppose you've got a big charity involved, and they get all their supporters involved in it, and they make $1 million in a year, and you're making 10% of that. That's not bad, you know, just for introducing that charity. Okay, and it's cost them nothing. They got involved in it for free. Powerful. Anyway, that's the business. Go and take a good look at it. And if you do want help with the vouchers that I've got for upgrades in the consumer level, email me or put a ticket. Better to emails are not going to get me, and Facebook messages are going to get missed. Put a ticket into support and say it's for the attention of me regarding W upgrades, and I'll sort something out for you. Okay. I've got a question from Mark. Will you be bringing the List Building 101 up to date soon? Mark, it's pretty much complete. I've not actually run any traffic to it, so I've not personally done any testing. But there's not much there that isn't going to be there in its current state. It's going to be moved over to another platform where it's going to be a membership. It's going to cost $333 a month. It's going to include 100 leads a month. It's going to include coaching every month. It's going to include templates for videos, scripts for videos, PHP downloads, email sequences. And these are going to be updated on a monthly basis. So on a month-by-month basis, you'll get more and more of this stuff, so that keep you engaged with your list. As I say, there'll be training ongoing in there, and there'll be leads that you get. These top quality leads going in to your list, 100 a month. Total cost $333. It has an affiliate side. It's two-tier. It'll be $100 for everyone that you sell, and $111 for everybody that is on your first tier sells. So if you bring in 2 people and one of them makes a sale, you paid for. Okay, it's a 3 and it's free situation. It's also going to be a part of the new Turnkey Cash program that I'm putting in, and that will also incorporate a special funnel which people that aren't in the level 5 of SOAP, they can buy to have one set up, and it'll cost $5,000 to get that funnel set up. In level 5 of SOAP, you will get that funnel, and it'll be available as long as you remain a member of level 5. If you drop out, your funnel will stop working. It's part of the stuff we've been programming in. So that is all going to be part of the same thing. So you make a sale of the package, you'll get 155 plus 111 recurring. So you'll actually be 266. So you make 2 sales and you're in profit. 532 for 330. You're $200 in profit. So that's what's going to be happening with that, Mark. As I say, pretty much the course itself is complete. It's not got the emails. It's not got all the additional videos. The reason I've not run traffic to mine is because I've not done those videos and emails yet that I'll be sending out to my list. But I will run traffic to it and test the opt-ins, and that really will be the end of it in SOAP. It'll be all moving over to can't remember what the domain name I've got now. It's listbuilding101 or something.com. I can't remember exactly. It'll be moving over there, and that's where the additional monthly stuff will be coming in. And as I say, that'll be part of the new TCC. There'll be more involved in it than just that. I think it's going to be very exciting. It's going to give people an opportunity to make a lot of money in the same way that the last program made a lot of people a lot of money, not as much as it should have done because the main engine closed down. So I don't think anybody missed out on it quite as much as me, but anyway, they're making it good, and that's RMM. If you were in the Crush It program with RMM, anybody that has not been refunded in full will be grandfathered into their new program, which is about to launch, which is also very interesting. So that's the news on there. I can't see any more questions. I thank you all for being here. I appreciate you. I hope it's been useful for you. The replays of this will be posted in the members area of sawwp.com. It's free to join if you're not already a member. If somebody invited you here, you can get to them and get their affiliate link so that you join in their part of the business. If you do join doubly, I am going to be adding it as a resource in the back office, and you will be able to change the link to your own link. Okay, so lots going on, lots being added, lots in the background. We've almost got the hosting automated and set up. That's only taken about a year. The computer backup system is almost ready to start being installed. That'll be automatically back up all your files on your computer. You'll get different amounts of storage space based on the level that you're in. If you're in level 5, it'll be virtually unlimited. Lots of things going on. Lots of things going on. Oh, the landing pages with finalizing the tests on. It's just up to me to now get the landing pages. There will be at least one landing page in each level, in each paid level. I don't think we're giving them to the free members. I've not really decided on that yet. I might put a sort of, I don't know. But you certainly get one landing page if you're in level 1, and if you're in level 2, you'll get another landing page there, and if you're in level 3, you'll get another landing page there. Level 4, you'll get another landing page. Level 5, you will have at least 5 landing pages, and so you'll be able to choose the ones that you want to promote, and they'll really get your list building going. Lots and lots of things going on. As I say, any specific questions for me, send them to support, and support will pass them on to me. If it's something support can handle, they won't even bother passing it on to me. They'll just answer it for you. And you can answer a lot quicker than trying to get hold of me, either by email or Facebook groups or Facebook or whatever you're doing. Okay, that's it. I can't see any more questions. Once again, I appreciate you. I hope it's been useful. God bless you all. Just take action. Okay? You don't take action, you're never going to get where you want to go. God bless you. Bye.